Hello, everybody.
Mom's just having a look at how I cleaned up her area after I finished.
She didn't.
I did. I hopped up and walked.
Hopped up and walked away.
I thought I was doing gangbuster work, you know.
Yep. I'm going to tell Dad that you dirtied the sidekick. She has. She just left the stuff on here.
Oh, no. I'm so
She's off the team.
Actually, I'll leave you the 2 shipping containers.
No, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good.
It is very vintage weekend.
Yeah.
Where's the design board? Oh, there
Back
it
where it
is.
lives.
No, it's not where it lives.
Oh, well, at least
Naomi-Jon doesn't clean up after herself, so everyone's going to remind her when she finishes a video to clean up after herself. Yourself. Rightio. Oh, come on, Facebook. Right. So what have we done so far? Our very vintage virtual retreat. We've done a page. We've done this scrapbook layout. And then we've done an easel card.
Was it Dee and Kelly over on YouTube?
Hello, Dee and Kelly. I'm trying to get to the video. It doesn't want me to. Just doesn't. You put in the Creative Family group?
Yep. And the very vintage group.
Why does it keep on making it into a reel? It's not a reel.
Hold up. Give me a minute. You've gone to the story bit.
No, I'm not. I clicked on the video. Yep. We'll
Leave
keep
this.
going here. And then last night we made this layout, and these are little cards up in these top 3 pockets. And then this is a little, well, they're little flip out little folders that take 4 books. It was last night, and we'll make a kit for that eventually. And then this morning, Naomi-Jon made this card. Cool as that. It's got a little pocket. And she used the frame from the chipboard.
Oh dear.
I think Facebook have fritzed up videos. And then this one's pocket. This was this afternoon. And then this one's got a pocket in it. And then this one's just an embelly.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Naomi-Jon's embelly class this Saturday. Let's have a look what we've got left. Let's make something.
I'm getting there. It's coming up as a reel on the iPad.
Yeah.
See if I can get set up as a video.
I think Facebook have changed live videos to reels.
No, but it worked on my one this afternoon. Although
Yeah, but this morning it tried to do that.
we were in a group.
Yeah, this morning it tried to make it into a reel. So, sorry I can't see your comments. I will comment when I can see them, and that is probably why people have not been able to make comment. So what about we use this brick? And
Okay. My iPad has not updated. Benefits of me not updating.
okay. Hello Mary and Karen. Hello Deborah and Di and Diana. On the tube says Diana. Hello Marion and Cheryl.
Okay, so Last weekend's creation.
Huh?
Last Friday night's creation, not this week's. Last week's.
No, it's the week before.
Week before.
It's in. No, it's in this pile. No, this pile.
1 minute, people.
I'm just going to
Sorry.
help Naomi-Jon momentarily. No?
No.
Yes. No.
Oh, that's a weekly. That's, yes. Sorry.
I want to use the bricks. We're using the mushrooms. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Bronwyn.
Yeah, I want to use the mushrooms. No. Details of the packets are fantastic. Guys also working on the shoe. So is Diane, Deborah, and Mel. And they are loving the layouts.
Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay. Let's just get our design board going. Okay. Let's pop this under here. We'll trim it up after. So she wants to use mushrooms.
Oh, yes, please.
And then, like, little yellow flowers.
Oh, Bex joined us. It says join in. Oh, I've used plenty of this in a lot of yellow flowers.
Oh no, there's heaps of these. Right. And then sorry. You're my head off. What if we did the brick, that the brick was sort of like you know, coming over the page, and then the white was sort of on it but behind it. Then we do like, we put journaling in here, but then we do like 1, 2, 3 photos kind of thing. I think the blue glitter might be the wrong colour. It's got paint on it in any case. Right. Or we could mat our photos in grey. Okay. So let's move this out of the way and work out where we're going to go with this brick. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Beck. So so we've got a piece of paper number 2, and we're going to cut that to 12 inches. So don't just cut the barcode off. I give you a bit of extra leeway. So the barcode strip's not so skinny and ridiculously tiny as well. It's a bit more usable. I don't know if that's proper English, by the way. Let's cut this piece of white down to like 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. I swatted the bug on the cardstock. I'm going to get that bit off. By 10 3/4. And then what we'll do is, like, this is going to be the front, so we'll flip it over to the other side, and what we're going to do is, yeah.
Was that Friday, or was that 10 3/4 10 3/4 the white?
Yeah, 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. What we're actually going to do is very lightly in pencil, we want to come in and we want to mark. I want to come in like 5/8. So it's halfway between 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch in. We're going to like draw a frame the whole way around. We're on the front and we've got to be really light, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to, and you know what, I don't need to mark this. I could have just measured it. I just want a light drawn frame so we know where our piece of cardstock will sit on our background, so that we sort of, what we're going to do is kind of cut into the we're going to cut into the brick so that the brick goes around and over our piece of white cardstock. It's hopefully going to be a little trippy. Right. Love the mushrooms, says Carol J. So which way is up to me? I think the shadows are falling down. I like that. Okay, so we've got our frame drawn. So I think up in this top left corner, we sort of have a bit of brick, and I'm just going around so I know sort of where I'm going to salvage it to. And then down the bottom here, what we might do is we might come around here. And then we might come back around here. Around there. And then this bit's quite nice here. And it's just got to be bits of brick that are kind of easy to cut around. And then we'll do, keep that, keep that. There. Let's see how we go. And then what will happen is we'll tuck this bit of white underneath that bit, and we'll tuck it underneath that bit, and we'll tuck it underneath this bit and underneath that bit. Okay?
Are these from paper?
What?
They're from paper number 5, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
And do you just want to separate one, or do you reckon you can get all the pockets in these two on an A4? The frames. Do you want one with flowers and frames and one with pockets?
We'll try and get it all on one sheet. So what we're going to do is out here at the line, we're really not going to cut close, but out here in the middle, we're just going to go around our salvagey bits a bit wide. Because they're going to be covered. But don't go too close to the edge of the frame. We just want to create enough, because what will happen is this will tuck under there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut really up to it. Just going to cut to our frame. And you can edit the bricks. And we might distress it as well. So just come in here. And then around here, just kind of cut to the frame line. So then we sit that like that. Look at that. That might not make sense. Loving all the projects from this weekend so far. I've managed to get 2 done. Plans to scrap again tomorrow. It's turned cold down here. Perfect for scrapping. It's coolish, but it's still quite warm here. It's been quite warm through the day. Okay. So we're coming along here. So I'm just doing this to get a bit of tension in the paper broken. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut here to the frame, to our frame. Where do we go? Or we're just cutting out a little. Right. So let's cut this. Oh, why? Because you've got an idea.
Not right now. I'm in the middle of making cakes. Hello. Oh, that looks really cool.
What?
Ah, with the brick. It's kind of like Lego.
Yeah, not.
Yeah, not really, is it? It's more fancier.
Right. And then when the paper goes in here, it's going to like sit like that. So far we've got that and that. Oh, that's cool.
Yes. I vote yes.
Right, yes, she says, because she doesn't have to do it.
All for it, 100%.
Yeah, because she doesn't have to do it. So, and you know what? This brick has got a bit of oozy grout. So it's, you know, it's kind of a choose your own adventure with your path. And you can make it up as you kind of go along. Between the bricks. And we'll come up here to the end of a brick. We'll go to, there we go. So that corner looks like that. Look at that. And then we've got a bit over here somewhere. This brick is very cool. Brickwork is very cool. It's actually turning out quite good. But you really do need to, like I did, go just outside where you're going to pick your path for your bricks and do a bit of a, like I've got my lines outside. So this is the line here and this is where I've cut so that you can, yeah. Know where you're going when you're cutting. Like you have a guide where to go. And to the line. Okay, let's get the eraser. Here. So you actually will need to hold your paper really well so it doesn't tear. And I'm erasing my frame. So nice and soft is how we draw it or rule it so that then we can come along, and I'm holding this really firmly so I don't have movement and rip my page. And look at that beautiful offset paper printed here in Queensland, and the print does not rub off because it's actually made properly. Beautiful. That's what you want. Okay, now let's get our edge distresser. Now we're not distressing the frame, we're only distressing our brickwork, and the distressing is going to hide any of our, you know, bad cutting and where we've interpreted the bricks a little different to the photograph, because this is from a photograph.
You've only got one sheet on this whole paper, the frame and the love heart.
Yeah. Naomi-Jon and I have been trying to work out where we're at with the kits, because we've got issues with some of our kits, because we've been cleaning up our back-end database. I have broken some kits, but we also have a lot of kits where we've sold out of the pattern paper. So we've worked out which ones we can remake because we can make a companion page. So there'll be some new companion pages coming, not today or tomorrow, but they will turn up on the website, and then kits will go live.
We've got the list at least.
Yeah, we've got, how many we got so far we have to make? 3?
3, yeah.
3.
That gets 7 kits fixed.
Yeah. Okay, so we're distressing down to where our drawn frame was. It is better to rub the line out before we distress, because distressing actually puts pressure and stress on the paper, and you're more likely to have incidents with excessive tearing and damage using the eraser, and also pencil lines that you can't get rid of because you've distressed them into the paper if you erase second. So we erase first and then we distress. I think we do some like smooshing and that on the or splat some paint around on the piece of white cardstock before we stick it in. But we might do a test drive, and I might hand over to the mess artist to do that. Naomi-Jon was always going to be an artist. She was scrapbooking before she was 2. She has always loved scrapbooking and craft. Naomi-Jon, Amelia Ann is just the same. The boys are scrapbookers as well from way back. Okay. Whew. I've used paper that the print runs off before. Very disappointing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know, Deborah. It is really, really, yeah. Yeah. It's not hard to have decent quality paper at a decent price.
Nicole's asking a question if you've done all full size.
Yep, I'm just going to put it in so we can have a test drive without tearing it. Okay. I think I've ripped it up there. Oops. There we go. Oh, no, you can't see it. These ones got a little bent. Here. Yeah. There we go. So we've got a bit in the corner. So I'm going to take my hands away so you can take a screenshot of that. So we haven't distressed down the sides. We've only distressed around the bricks. There we go. I think it looks pretty cool. And then when we do this, move out of the way, sidekick. When we do this, so we'll sort of sit that there. And we'll sit that there. That's my stomach making sound. Or do we put this straight? Maybe we put that straight. And then let me just get some photos for reference. No, wrong size. That is my stomach making sound. Wow. Okay. What do we think of that? And then if we... Where's our chipboard? I think Maddie's hiding over the other side of this photo album, Sammy.
Yeah, I'm just not willing to check.
This moment's fun. So let's cut the little tabs off. While we're here. Don't use your fussy cutting scissors for this. As well, we have a pair of old Gunji workhorse scissors on our desk. They could be the fussy cutting scissors you once had that you found in the shed, cutting gasket material or something.
Very true.
Yep. And then behind our journaling, what we could do is we could cut a hole in our page here. Look great for old heritage buildings for one. Oh yeah, this would be a great layout for photos, like when you go to somewhere that's got a real heritage feel, like Napier or somewhere like that, where you go to look at the buildings. And then do we map the photo with this or grey? Maybe grey. Or dark brown. Let's use the dark brown. So this is paper number 3. And we're going to cut a 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to distress that. Now, if your photograph's a different size, you just cut a different size photo map. I just add a 1/4 on each side, 4 on the length and on the width for my mat. Just a 1/4 of an inch, so that then it gives a nice, just a nice little frame. And we'll cut the middle out of that. And then let's just quickly distress this.
Okay, so the moments come from that one. Want to give the whole shit called right?
Yeah, they have to have the whole sheet. Now, our kits are going, like this kit is going to be a little dearer than what you expect, right? But you are going to get the whole sheet of this, because our chipboard's now in sheets.
Quick question. Next one.
Yep.
Color cut. Mini, full one.
Oh, I don't know.
And with the fussy cut frame, do you want that just as a full frame sheet or?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So our kits now are going to have more full products. Let's just do the full color cut. You're going to have leftovers. You're going to have what you need to make a project. Right. So let's move this out of the way for the moment. Let's take this out. Just got a little tiny bit of work here to do. So now what we're going to do is where our frame was, we're going to come in about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch in. And we're actually going to remove this inner piece. Waste not, want not. Look at that. There we go. So look at that. Bonus. Then we're going to get this, and our photo is going to go sort of here. We'll go about there. So let's do a little just outside. Obviously, I'm not going to give you 2 pieces of white when you can cut a hole.
Hold up. Wrong.
What's
The plastic sheet cord. Oh, so this is, I'm just going to hack the hole in my page. This is a creative design board. So it is so you can audition your page. Mine is a workhorse. It's acrylic, doesn't bend. It's really nice thick acrylic. Only cut it if you're happy to have scratches on it, like I have. I don't mind. Mine's a workhorse. This is a couple of years old, and I'm really rare that I create without my design board, honestly. It's exclusive to us. I can't afford to take a patent down on it. I'm hoping no one's ripped me off yet. I'm not sure. I don't look because I don't want to know, but I'm sure someone will eventually rip me off. But we engrave, so it's engraved on the back. You can hear my fingernail. And these are 1-inch lines. And you've got a circle around your center point. It's 14 inches by 14 inches because you've got an inch outside your 12-inch grid. And yes, I designed it for myself, and then everyone wanted them. And then this little guy, which Naomi-Jon dirtied today and Quentin cleaned last night, is a sidekick. So it's a fairly new release. This says glue spot. So see, it's engraved on the back. That's a glue spot. And then these are for paint, ink, and mess. And then this is a 4-inch by 6-inch grid, 1-inch grid, and you can make embellies on there. I paint my titles and stick bits together on there. I hope that helps. I love mine, says Marion. Elisa always makes it look so easy. I find it difficult. So I was wondering if there was a tip. Okay.
Yeah,
years of practice, says Beck.
Correct way to do the distressing.
Is there a wrong or right way of using the distresser? No, Christy. But I will say, if you're really cranky when you distress, you do trash your stuff.
You end up putting holes and things.
Yeah, you've just got to tone back the aggression a touch.
I've done it.
Naomi-Jon is. My mum used to distress stuff, and she would have, she would have been really disappointed in this distressing, because this is not distressed. This is just someone being namby-pamby with a distresser. My mum was the absolute trasher of distresses. It was just like, yeah. Oh yeah, Deborah's going to use it for photos of Hiroshima. So yes. What is the plastic sheet thing? Gosh, I hope not. I'm sure I would have been doing it incorrectly for years. There's no right or wrong way. It's just get in and get it done. But you do have to be a little careful if you don't want to rip it to shreds. Like we did vellum on Friday. We distressed vellum. And in the retreat group, and you have to be a bit gentle with your vellum, because you could rip off into the sunset and just be left with shreds. So we've stuck our frame to the white to make a journaling block. And now we've got a hole in this. Yep. Is what it is. So I'm just going to clean up a moment. Okay. Is that the right way up? Nope. That is.
So I'm just checking what we've used so far. I'm a bit late to the party.
I'm a bit late to the party, she says. Yep, I'm going to keep going.
Use paper 5 for the fussy cutting of the mushrooms. And only paper 5, right? It's got all the mushrooms on it.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yep. I figured. Paper 2 for the brick.
Yep.
Paper 3 for the photo mat.
Yep.
A white piece of cardstock, Obby. The chipboard sheet, frame sample, that's A4, and the full colour cut.
Yep.
I haven't missed anything?
No, not yet. Karen says her design board and sidekick stays a lot cleaner than mine. Yep. It's, Naomi makes a mess. The holes the same on the distress. Yes, they are, Christy. They are exactly the same. It's actually a thread cutter these days because you can't buy specific distresses much. Not really, but different distresses make a difference. Some are more aggressive than others. The little purple one that Lisa used is the best I found. Also, the pressure you use. Yes, they're in my wish list, says Beck, for the design boards. Love mine. Hard to craft without them now. Yep. They're all the same on little purple one. And the same with the Tim Holtz one. His is grey and red. Sometimes we have the Tim Holtz ones.
Depends what we can get.
Yeah. The Tim Holtz ones are a lot dearer. They're kind of just the same. Actually, the Tim Holtz one is got rubber grip in the middle. It is a little easier to hold. A little more comfortable. Rightio. Photo of myself and Naomi-Jon. It's blurry, but you know, it's a photo of us. It's a moment in time.
When did we take that one?
It's at the shop. I can see shop stuff behind us.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to get some chippy strips. If you don't know what chippy strips are, they are 1mm high white chipboard. It's a recycled product. It's got a recycled content to it. It's got cotton in it, which makes it nice and white. We make them. We don't make the chipboard. We cut the chipboard, and you get 9 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, and 4 1/2 inch wide pieces, and they're 6 inches long. See, 6 inches long in a pack for $4.95. You can get them on a subscription where you get like a pack a week, a pack a fortnight, a pack a month. You can buy a bulk chippy strip pack and we give you a really good discount, and you can buy that once a month, the bulk one. And I think we give you even more discount from memory. So it's only 1mm high, so you can, to make it 2mm high like normal foam tape, you can just put 2 layers, but I like to have 1mm because then I've got more options on my layout. So let's put this. I'm just going to sit that there for the moment. Let's just keep this tidy because I'm meant to be creating with my friend. It's messy. Would you like to do the background?
What colours are we going to do beforehand? I feel like you should do that, or else I might.
You feel like I should do the title first? Yeah, because you're just going to use something wacky. She's just going to go and use something really wacky and off the chart weird.
Like, if you've got a specific colour you want, I'm thinking the gold might look nice. And maybe a bit of teal. And a bit of red. I don't really use red though. Maybe dark pink instead of red. How's that sound? Dark pink. Oh, bronze. Maybe some orange.
Yeah, we don't need every colour. No on demand.
We could fling in green.
No. No green. No green.
Just wanted to seal your reaction.
No. No green.
Naomi-Jon doing something wacky. Who would think that could happen? Well, you know.
I'll keep practicing. Oh, the little one. I love mine too, but I admit it's a tad gungy. Yes, her design board, says Deborah. I have used scissors in desperate times before, just the everyday scissors, not my fussy cutting ones. Well, I have some scissors that are good for distressing. This is the first pair of scissors I ever bought Milton as a littly, and he didn't like them because they didn't cut properly. They are not bad for distressing. So in a pinch, but they're a little bit loosey-goosey in the hinge. But in a pinch, I actually had my little brother's first pair of scissors from school, from when he started grade 1. And they're really sharp. He should never have been allowed to use those. But in a pinch, I will use the kitty scissors because they're not too bad. They're not great, but they're not too bad. But they're in my drawer. Don't use these. These just rip your paper to shreds. Don't use these. And don't use the fussy cutting scissors. They just slice through. Could you get the paint tub, our school holiday paint? Like our tub of paint. It's on the other side there. I'm just thinking a bit of a red. But not too much red.
You don't have a deep red in there?
No, don't touch. Don't touch. Yep, bit of that. She was going to touch my paint, so I've got set aside for something. Oh, no. No. Jamie Don doing some wacky. Who would think that could happen? Green is definitely needed. No. She's been very sedate so far this weekend. Yes, because I hit the fluoro paint pens. You need to encourage her to step into messy or wacky then. Yep. Think her mother would like to avoid the mess. Oh. You know what? I think her father would probably go a bit nuts if she dirties this iron board again.
Like, he just needs to see the reasoning behind it, I think.
I think maybe a little tiny bit of this. Maybe not. I don't think we need blue. The red is just the tiniest touch. It's not going to be like red all over. Naomi, I mean it.
I know. I get that.
Right.
I avoid painting in red.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear the decks a touch and move things out of the way.
I think you're overreacting.
No.
You paint the moment's word and then just...
You want me to paint the moment's word?
Yes. You know, or else I'm just going to come in with a chunky brush and give it some texture.
So I've got burnt umber here. So any brown paint, you could use a brown ink as well. And I'm, oh geez, that was, yeah, I'm just touching that there. Because this chocolate is it's a bit different to that. That's quite dark actually.
Actually, I thought that too, Mum, and then when I painted on it was a bit lighter the start way than what I thought it would be. So
what's that? The burnt umber?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need black.
As opaque as what you think it is when it's in the pile there.
I'm just looking.
I don't have the black at my desk. One sec.
No, I've got a black.
Okay.
So black is like, yep, poop on a woolly blanket. This video gets deleted. We know it's because I just said that.
It wouldn't be because of, like, you know, the 28-year-old scissors.
Hey, they're not that old. Only
No,
about
they're 27 years old.
So I've got a tiny touch of black in here. But I've not mixed it all thoroughly. And the reason why I haven't mixed it thoroughly is we want it to be, the timber's a bit interesting. It's dark and light. So we want that to come through on our title. We want to have a bit of dark and light. We don't want it all to be samey.
Exactly. My wild side is optional. Thank you, Deborah. It is an option. You can leave
And
out.
a little bit of a lighter burnt umber in a couple of places. There we go. So that's that done. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove all these things and take them to a point of safety.
You don't actually have to.
No, you're not making a mess on my desk. This desk was perfectly clean until you created on it a couple of times.
I said you didn't have to collapse the whole design on the design board. You could have just kept it all.
No, you're creating on the design board, dude.
Oh.
Yep.
I'll keep the brick paper underneath first.
No,
it's a lot safer underneath there.
No, we're putting it over there. We just...
Okay.
Right, there you go. My messy
you got
friend.
the blending brushes, or did I steal all yours? No, you still have some. Oh, you took them back.
I've got things stashed. Whichever the choice is ours on how much mess we add. Yes. It gets stuck into the paint. Those conservatives of us can always leave it out. Yes, you can leave out the paint. You can go very subtle with the paint.
Hello, everyone. How are we all tonight?
Just going to go and put my feet up for a minute. Don't want to be here for this. No straight black.
I understand.
Well, do whatever you like, actually.
I feel like there's a lot of concern ever since I cut a hole out of Mum's page. I feel like that's when the concern started adding, you know, not anything else, just the fact that I may have cut a hole out of one of my Mum's pages last year. And from then on in, I've had a bit of a bad rap. Here we go. Well, she just lives in a bit more fear. Here we go. So, I've just put out a bit of the gold, a bit of the bronze. I actually did like that. Where's the glitter? This glitter. I do think it needs some glitter. So I will add that in a moment. Okay, so let's do this. Oh yes, it's nice to see you two back. Okay. Right. So we've got that there. Let's just come in and I'm running my water so you can see it. So I'm putting my blending brush into the water. And it's drippy. And I'm just going to come in and tap my blending brush with the water on it. Just over the white without any ink on it. Now the reason for this is I actually want my splats to be not so dark. I want it to be nice and a little bit more watery than normal. So just coming in and pre-watering the page. You could do this with a spritzer and just pre-mist the page if you wanted. It's up to you. However you want. Okay, so then we're going to come in and we'll start off with the gold, mix with a bit of the umber, and then grab a bit more water. That is my iPad. Excellent. Beautiful. And then we're just going to make sure we've got plenty of water on that one. There we go. And there we are. Nice and simple. Aim, fire. So let's give it a bit of oomph about it. Okay, so don't have anything precious around, obviously. And see how the water's kind of gone like, it's got a bit more of like a watercolor effect to it here. That's because we pre-watered the page, which is what I wanted. And then if we just come in now, if we do a bit of brown, a bit of the bronze, and a bit more of the black, water it up again, and then there we go. Right. Before we go too far, now what I want to come and do is with the gauze, just want to remove a little bit of that extra. Well, we've got the thick pigments of black in particular because I'll just keep leaking otherwise. And that won't be very fun for us. Okay, and now, so we've got a few splats here and there. What we'll do is we'll just come in and spread out the paint will go on the gauze a little bit over on the edges that don't have anything. And now if we get, oh, I got some on the rig. I'll just fix that up. I already have claimed another rig because I got paint on the other one already. Right, and then let's grab out our fan brush. We won't need that one. And I think we're going to apply the red with the fan brush. So if we just grab the red, dip it into the water, and then just come and flick it in a few spots. We grab our paintbrush. I'm just going to put out a bit of that blue glitter at this point. A paintbrush and a bit of water on our brush. I'm going to come in and you see where these bits here are? I'm just going to add a bit of colour. To the bits that have kind of faded away because the metallics aren't very, very strong. Thank you. See? Not too bad. Okay. Can I have the heat tool from my desk, please? Just coming in and...
What would you like, sir?
Heat tool from my desk, please. You could keep going out with a blending brush. I'm just wary that I've got to get this dry in time for my mum to stick everything down to it.
Yeah, well, Mummy's taken over the remote for that television.
Oh, I did see that you were watching someone try and get a ute out of sand.
Well, they were using a Unilog.
I'm guessing you're no longer watching that.
No.
Did you like it, did you?
Do you know how many bog things I used to get with Unimogs?
I imagine a lot.
They copied my speaker right here too.
Oh,
They
Should-
copied my speaker right here in there.
okay, here we go. And then let's just come in and start drying this. I want this to be pretty dry, so I can come in and add my glitter as like glitter veins. Kind of like a mushrooms. So let's just dry this one out. Okay, I'm just going to flip it over real quick. Once it's dry on the top, if you can flip it over and heat it on the bottom, that's all good. Yeah. No problems yet. To cut this acrylic or to melt it, you need a lot of heat. Not gonna lie, heat was like it's warming up, but I won't melt it or anything. So just coming in and really trying to get this bit here. Okay, so it's nearly fully dry, and then if we just grab our pen here, make sure it's working. Yes, it is. Excellent. Our whiteboard paint pen. Probably won't see it because it's not like the other white pens that are quite opaque. This one here is more transparent. It's just about making a few areas a little lighter. I don't think a lot, just a smidge. Enough that we can see it fully. Okay, and now let's come and do these veins. So we do need a bit of diamond glitter, I reckon. This glitter paint will also do. So we're just going to come in with a really fine tip paintbrush. We're just doing pin on bit of blue veins. It's kind of like the patterning underneath the mushroom top. Just creating the little details. Yeah. And just keep coming around.
There you go.
A bit more glitter up here. Pretty alright.
You know that's probably covered.
Huh?
It's probably covered
Yeah.
with the bricks.
Oh.
Yeah. Just put more. Do more. More.
Just give me 1 second.
No. More. So that when some get covered, you at least have some exposed.
I kind of forgot about the cool brick thing. Just come in. And then there's that. And maybe a little bit up here. Okay, I'm going to lift it up so you can all see. Yes, yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me just lift it up. So hopefully you can see the glitter there. It's kind of like a bit like a veiny type pattern. It's very light. That's the whole point. And then if we just come and heat dry that one real quick. Well, that dries. Let's get it out. It's a brown pen. Right, we're just going to come and do just casually. Outline. There's that. You can't really see it overall, and it's up to your discretion too. Which little segmenty bits you outline. Okay, I do think we need maybe Mum, I'm nearly ready. This one here. And now let's come back in with that white pen again. I'm probably hitting the same spots, but a lot. Okay, and that there I think is our background. So I'll just show you the pen marks. There's a few different ones all over, and then here.
Okay. I've dried a bit.
It has been dried a lot, but yeah, you probably do need to dry it just a sensi bit. Can I have the nappy, please?
Looks awesome. Oh, I see black. What's that? Okay. Still quite wet.
I have dried it a lot.
I'm sure you have. You can tell it's pretty warped. Let's just be a bit careful.
When slotting him in.
Right. Okay.
Beautiful.
Look at that. So let's put some tape behind some of these bricks. Oh, do we put the chippy strip behind the bricks?
These are the questions we have to ask.
Let's do chippy strips. Grab a dimension. Okay, then I'll put the glue over there. Okay. Green is nature's equalizer.
Exactly.
But
That's exactly why I use it.
you have an obsession with sap green.
I do like a bit of olive.
No, it's not olive. It's that dark grass green colour you use.
Yeah, it's great. I can blend out almost anything with it.
No, it takes over.
Yeah. Different opinions.
Let's just make sure we're in the right spot here. That's the first bit stuck down. Okay. Piece 2. Stuck under there. Probably should have stuck these on before oh dear, before putting the page to, like putting it in there. I think that would have been a smarter idea. And left the glue to dry just a smidge before we stuck it down. There's bits here where it does reflect green, but the glitter reflects green. Okay. So what we'll do is once this is all a bit more dry, we'll actually tape behind it to hold it together. So a photo's going to go there. So what we'll do is we'll put some glue on our chippy strip because we already added our chippy strip earlier. Oh, really? They were riding around last night without lights on their dirt bikes. Streets really fast. It was a little bit scary. One of those situations where I think everyone else is more concerned for the safety of the teenager than the teenager. Okay, so this one's stuck down. Let's pull this one up and sit it there. Right. I just moved it. Of course I moved it. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. Let's put some tape on the back of this. And then we're going to move it so it's sort of portrait. And we've got space for our journaling. So tuck that under there. Tuck that under there. Like that. So we have these two big ones up here. And you have these little ones down here. So I'm going to put this pinky yellow one, pink and yellow one here. Then we're going to put this blue one on chippy strip. Just the top of it on chippy strip.
Have you seen Karen's message about she's on?
Oh no, I'm liking this page tonight. I may skip adding mushrooms. I don't like them, as in highly allergic to them, so I often change them out for something else. And you know what? That's okay. That's the thing, is you can change it out for something else.
Do you think we're going to add anything else to the kit tonight?
Probably not.
Are you fussing over anything?
I'm a little concerned about the little, and we'll put some chippy strip on the whole of this one. I'm a little concerned about the little flowers, whether we're going to use them or not. I think we are, but I'm just...
I'll wait confirming it then, because that would mean that...
Do you want to put in... Do you want them to go in as a... Like we just make a whole sheet of them and we just give them like 10 or something?
Give them as a bonus.
Yeah, and not charge for them.
Yeah, that would be good. Hold up. And then I'll just put bonus. How many you reckon you've got there?
I've got 6.
So we'll go bonus 10 mini pearl cut flowers.
Yeah, so on the top of this one, but not on the stem, this big red one. Oh, I forgot to put on the top here. And then on this blue one, we'll put it on the top, the chippy strip on the top and a bit on the stem.
So it's $16.95 for tonight's kit.
So have lots of spare frames
Oh,
and
yeah. Last night's kit is also up now, but it does not have a photo. That is coming.
it's here. Okay. Let's put some glue out on a glue spot on our sidekick. Oh, I had 7 flowers, sorry.
I'll put down 10 anyway.
Yeah.
So Amelia's conned Dad into watching Kids Mini MasterChef on the kids channel.
Really?
I ain't joking.
No, oh, it's not MasterChef, it's Chef, it's something else. Oh, just put my hand in paint. That's why you meant to clean up.
I think if I say you're welcome, I might get in trouble.
Right. Let's put some glue on the back of our moments. Just going to pat it on with my finger so that it's sort of even. It's only on the back. Just wipe away the excess. I'm going to sort of put there. Okay. So I'm just gonna, yep, let's not look. I'm gonna get like 24 mil tape, something a little wider. Okay. There we go. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Cindy. I only know because I literally just finished. It was from hearts to 11 inches. Yep. Hearts to 11 inches. On this page tonight, I may, yep. Skip matting mushrooms. There you go. So thank you, everyone. If anyone has commented over on YouTube and my friend has not told me the comments, thank you.
Sorry. Apparently just having a moment. You're not logged in still, are you? Oh, you are.
Okay. What for?
I'm trying to see the custom kit, but on your account you can't see custom kits.
Log out.
Yeah, just said. There we go.
There we go.
Thought the system had lost everything. I was like, no.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Deborah.
Okay.
Obviously, once you write on here, and I actually think if you write on there in like the Juice Up 04 in the brown, that looks like. So I think that'll be good for journaling. Well, that'll find out the date. And that's sort of down the bottom. I think that's the pen she's used to go around the.
Yeah, it's the brown
as
juice
well.
up.
Thank you, Marion. Thank you, Beck. Will you have sidekicks for sale next weekend? In Brisbane? Yes. Well, yes, we have to make more, but we did have sidekicks for Brisbane, but we've sold them, but we have to make some more. But yes, we're going to have sidekicks and design boards, definitely.
100%.
But you can always order it and choose in-store pickup, in-store payment, Marion, and then pay for it next weekend. We have got about a dozen orders we're taking to Brisbane with us. Already done. So we do take a lot with us. This page tonight is stunning, amazing, awesome. Well done to you both. Thank you very much. Aaron, so thank you all.
Do you want to show them the Brisbane classes real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Brisbane
We
classes.
really only have like very few spaces left.
We don't have many spaces left. So you can buy the class, and if you're not coming to the Brisbane class, it's the same price. So these two are Saturday, and it's $80 for the two. You get, I forgot to say this morning, you do get a colour picture sheet with brief instructions. Not like, yeah, it's not ridiculous instructions, ridiculously detailed, but it is good instructions that are written well that'll tell you what to do. So this is Saturday, day 1, and this is Sunday.
Day 2.
Obviously, the kit does not include the paint, but it will list all the colours I've used, and it will give you some details on how to do the techniques. But yeah, there you go. I would like one. There you go. Sidekicks are pretty cool. Mine is not the most pristine example of a sidekick, but it's used. You can tell it gets used, and I just clean it with hand sanitizer.
I made sure you got it well used.
I love these classes. Awesome. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, we've sold some kits already for the Saturday and the Sunday. Different people want different kits. But Sunday is a package. You pay $80 and you get those two. And Saturday is a package and you get those two. And you'll have lots of leftovers. So I think that's it. We will be back. Where is our program?
It's 11 a.m.
Oh no, that's the custom thing I'm making for someone. The poem.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
putting on
my
a card.
laptop just there.
Oh, there you go. That's the poem I'm putting on a card for someone. We will be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow for scrapbooking, and then 2 p.m. for scrapbooking and 5:30 for Zoom. And they are just for the retreat people. The Brisbane kit's available now. Yes, Christy. So what you do if you would like Brisbane ones, and there is a little sneak peek so you know which classes which on them. So you just go to events retreats classes on our website, and then you're basically booking in for either the Saturday or the Sunday, and then when you check out, put a note, just buying the kits. And then we will make sure we get them to you. We are going to close the purchase of kits possibly, we were thinking 9 o'clock on Thursday, but we made a decision this afternoon. What we might do is we'll keep it open and make a couple of extra kits, because we're pretty sure some people are going to turn up on the weekend on Saturday and then say, can I come back on Sunday and do classes? So we'll do that. Missed the middle due to a phone call, but we'll have all day tomorrow. Awesome, Nicole. Oh, and Nicole, I don't know if you saw, but we talked about maybe doing a bit of a Q&A like you asked at some stage, because Nicole really loves to hear why I make what paper and why I do what color and all that sort of thing. So yes, she had lots of questions last retreat, so it's okay to ask questions because I'm happy to answer. Just won't give you my trade secrets, but I will give you as much as I can about why I do what I do. So yeah, we will see you tomorrow. If you're doing the retreat. If you're not, we'll see you Monday night in the Creative Family Group or on Naomi-Jon's YouTube channel to do Mixed Media Monday with Naomi-Jon. Finishing off last week's page, which is somewhere here, but somewhere in the studio here at home. And yeah, just ordered the board. There you go.
Beautiful.
Bronwyn is not going to miss out.
So thank you for coming.
Thank you all, and take care. Stay safe. Love yous all, and can't wait. Yep. Me too. Awesome. See you all later. Thank you. Bye.